Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Bottom at Christmas, where today we are taking on Brighton in a massive game, who are just above us as we are in 18th, they're in 17th. We're on the same points with only 2 goal difference between us. It's a big game today. But before we jump into it, of course, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more great content like this and much more in the new year. And we'll get started, jumping straight into it. So we've had a good run. Like you say, last time out we played Wolves. We lost 3-0, but it was still a good performance, as much as I could say that. We then beat Norwich 3-0, a very comfortable victory there. A 2-1 loss to Newcastle, I was devastated about because we did so well in that game. We went 1-0 up, and then in 2 minutes they got the 2 goals lead in the second half. And from there, we just couldn't break them down. We did get a 3-0 win against Watford, which was great. It really gave us a platform to go off. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Christian Benteke and Tyreek Mitchell getting goals in that one. And then Brighton as well today is what we're looking at. We'll then look to probably come back for the Everton game and then the end of the season. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough one. But I think we've got every chance of doing well. Unfortunately, Christian Benteke will be leaving at the end of the season. Again, not too much worry because we'll probably only be here 1 season. But it's a bit of a shame. He will be going back to Lille, who he was on loan to before we dragged him back here. But this is kind of the lineup we'll have to go for. We've got the shadow striker in there of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Benteke and Mateta up top, Eze, Riederwald and Gallagher in midfield, Mitchell, Retsos, Anderson, Joel Ward and Guaita in goal. Generally, it's a case that Zaha just hasn't performed that well, so I've been bringing him off the bench to play up front if needed, or even in that shadow striker role. Even though he's obviously not a natural there, he can play there. He's scored from there and that sort of thing. So we'll jump into the game. We'll take a look at how we get on. I'm hoping today is the day that we get out of the relegation zone, and then we've got something more to fight for. But we've really started to turn the team around, and it's been a great outcome so far. With a couple of wins since then, it's been very good. They haven't won in the last 5. We've won 3 of our last 5. So it is kind of in our favour. We've got them a bit more momentum. The only thing is that Everton are the lowest team we'll be playing coming up, kind of following this, because we then have to play likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool and Man United. So it's going to be very tough. If we get any points from them, it will be incredible. And I think that might be what gets us relegated, is the games against the massive teams still to come. But we'll have to see when it comes to it. We've got to win today. If we get a win today, it helps out massively, gives us a little bit of a comfort zone going forward. What the hell was that? I don't know if you were able to hear that on the microphone, but it sounded like a weird sizzling squeal thing. No idea what that was. So I might have to go check in a minute if something's about to explode. I hope not. There shouldn't be any reason for it to. But we've got a corner. So Eze with that ball in, whipped in. Benteke's there. It's an awful header. Probably should have done a lot better there and get that on target. But at Selhurst Park, we've got the advantage. We've got the big crowd that Palace always has. And we're able to go forward. But Brighton now coming forward, looking to press hard, finds Veltman on that right hand side. Ball is delivered in. Retsos does well to head clear and Benteke receives. It's a long ball forward, and now Mateta on the ball, who will be signing for the club permanently, having played so many games. But it's a poor ball across to Gallagher, and then Brighton are able to go forward again. Mapai looking to reach that, but Retsos does well to get hold of it. And we have to go again. Eze now receiving it in the middle of the park. Back to Riederwald, back to Retsos, keeping the ball nicely before we look for a ball forward. Riederwald back to Anderson. He's going to take his time and look for a ball over the top. I mean, it's not to anyone. Cucurella is being pressed by Benteke, and the ball forward means that Gallagher cuts it out. It's played across. It's Gross who gets in front of that. Eze into Mateta on the edge of the box. Finds Loftus-Cheek. There it is. That's the 1-0 goal we needed. It's 10 minutes in. We've taken the lead. Loftus-Cheek with the finish. A signing that could be very important for us this end of season going into some big games, and him getting a couple of goals now has really helped us. The press from Benteke meant that Gallagher was able to cut out the pass. Gross nearly got there, but Mateta was able to play it back across to Loftus-Cheek, who just popped it in the left-hand corner, leaving it at 1-0. Let's get this going. A free kick, though. Conor Gallagher, can he double the lead as soon as possible? 3 minutes later would be lovely stuff. And he's going to look to take it now. He steps up, and it's a good free kick, and it is 2-0. What a great strike from Conor Gallagher. And we leave the game at 15 minutes at 2-0. Gallagher and Loftus-Cheek getting the goals. I mean, Gallagher's been brilliant in real life for Palace, and he's continued it here in the game since we've arrived at the club. Newcastle-Watford, that's a big game, who they're just above us as well. But look at that, 3 points above the relegation zone now. It's exactly what we needed, dragging Brighton into that relegation battle even more so. And it looks like we are coming forward once again. Can we get a third before half-time? That would be really helpful, as it gives us so much leeway now. Benteke at the back post, and we do. Eze with the ball in. Benteke is there, heads it home. I mean, if I was doing a second save, I'd be even more gutted that Benteke is leaving at the end of the season, because he's come back and absolutely smashed it for us. It's exactly that kind of boost we needed. It's that other striker for Mateta. They've worked so well together up top, and Loftus-Cheek just behind. Some big boys up, the big trio up top. And they've done phenomenally well, getting goals and assists all between them. But half-time, 3-0 up. We're doing absolutely brilliantly. What we will do is bring Milivojevic on for Riderworld, just to, get a bit of experience on the pitch, just to see things out. Riderworld's done very well. He will likely start the next game, but it's good to get Milivojevic out there to get some game time. And we're doing well. 60 minutes in now, and we are solid. We've got another free kick. Eze's ball in. Finds Benteke at the back post. This time, Sanchez does match it and catches the ball quite comfortably. I mean, Brighton didn't look ready. Neither did our players. But we did manage to get a shot on target. But Restos does very well to get it down. And we go. Again, Eze back to Retsos. He's going to look across to Anderson. Inside, there he is. Then Retsos again. A lovely little 1-2 from the centre halves. Driving forward to find Mitchell on the left-hand side. Mateta there does lose the ball to Semedo, but Eze reacts quick enough to get to it. Again, another challenge, but Conor Gallagher this time switches it out wide to Mitchell. Veltman's clearance does only fall to Retsos, though. As we go forward again, we've got the pressure on them now. Mitchell with a ball into Benteke. It's headed clear by Dunk. Now Milivojevic into Eze. Again, on the edge of the box, we've got plenty of space. Ball over the top, finds Joel Ward on the right back position, who's nice and high. Ball in, finds, who was it, Matata? I think it might have been an own goal, actually. Ruben Semedo knocking it into his own net, but Mateta was there. Joel Ward's ball in caused havoc for them. The constant pressure with 4-0 up is a great result. Ward receives it here, fires it across the box, and Mateta being in there causing issues. I don't know what the keeper was doing with a bit of a starfish, but we get the lead. Again, another goal for the lead. 4-0. 25 minutes to go. We are looking so solid. And look at that goal difference just increasing for us. It's great to see. It's good to have as well. I mean, we've got 2 games. Well, Leeds and Watford have a game or 2 games advantage on us. So we can't take into account that point difference just yet. But it's good to see that we are slowly reeling them in. Only 3 points behind Leeds now, even with their 2 games. But there you go. It was a 4-0 victory. The boys did very well. A great result. We're out of the relegation zone for the first time since we've joined the club. And it's quite a relief. We've got Leicester up next. And I think we have also got Southampton. So they're going to be 2 big games that we need to get points in. If we can keep this form going, that would be great. We then have the likes of Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Tottenham and Arsenal. Everton's the only one in there that I feel like we could get something from. But we will be coming back for that game, and then we'll be back for the Arsenal game at the end of the season, or depending on where we can kind of escape the lower league and relegation. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And of course, let me know how you think we're going to do. Are we going to keep above the level, the red section of the league? Or do you think the teams we're going to be playing at the end of the season is just not going to be enough? Let me know. I will see you in the next one. Catch you then.